Thank you, PS for ICT, Engineer John Chanui, my friend, my brother, Secretary General of AFCFTA, Mr. Wamkele Mene, Stanley Kamanguya, our CEO at ICTA. I think we have JP, our CEO from Konza, Mama M-Pesa, my good friend Esther Oitito, my friend Ali Mohammed, the chair of Fingo. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is my pleasure to be here to join you this morning. And when I'm here and I compare the traditional tech and the energy that is supposed to come with Fintech, forgive me to say that the energy levels are quite low, and I would wish, because this is a Fintech space, which is supposed to be more energizing, ask you to be more lively and to enjoy either this session today, and on the very least, the few minutes that I'll speak to you. We all know that technology is not only the next big differentiator between the old economy and the new economy, particularly in Africa, but more specifically, Kenya has decided to take a deliberate journey towards the realization of technology as a major driver for the socio-economic transformation that the William Ruto government is embarking on. And we've made a lot of deliberate decisions. Just last year, we were suffering and we were struggling with some laws within our statutes, particularly on ownership within the technology space. And I am very pleased to say that as of today, we have knocked down all barriers for entry, for tech investors, for hosting services, for any sphere within the tech value chain, like was the case before. We have continued to take very liberal approaches as a country on matters technology. I remember John Michuki, the late, and may Lord rest his soul in peace. He once told me of a story of how he licensed M-Pesa. He was the Minister for Finance when M-Pesa was licensed. So somebody went from Safaricom and challenged John Michuki that you can send money through your phone. And John Michuki, he was not a very easy man to deal with. So he almost drew out the person from Safaricom. And when the person insisted, John Michuki said, give me that phone, sent money to his farm worker in Kagema, somewhere not very far from Nairobi. And then when the farm worker received the money, John Michuki called him and said, is it true? He said, yes. Have we even paid every other worker in this compound? And John Michuki said, bring that paper. And that's how he licensed M-Pesa. And I'm saying that because that belies the true story of the potential of Fintech, not only in Kenya, not only in Africa, but indeed in all developing countries. In our country, The working class, the workforce, consists of some 19 million men and women. Out of these 19 million, only 3 million work in the private sector, informal sector. 1 million in government, 2 million in private. That is the size of our formal sector. 16 million is the informal sector. And therein lies the future, the biggest potential for fintech in our country. Because for those 16 million people, me and you have an office where we report. But for those 16 million people, they report to an office known as Fintech. That's where they live in. Be it in betting, be it in digital gigs, digital jobs, trying to make money, monetizing content. So name it. You'll find in our country some old lady who cannot speak English or Swahili, but they know how to use M-Pesa. That really tells the story that the biggest landlord, the biggest office in the Republic of Kenya is Fintech. And I've got reason to believe that this is a story across Africa. This is a story across the developing world. When we come up with solutions, our fintech solutions are most likely to be uptaken by our people because of the disproportionate size of the informal sector. I was just telling somebody yesterday, much as whatever happened in Bangladesh, people have different opinion. It is a fintech man, Mohammed Yunus of Grameen Bank, who is now the acting president of Bangladesh, put into power by the people. That is the power of fintech. That when we come with solutions which are specific, which are targeted, which are realistic to where the bulk of the population is, then we start to win. And I think I want to underscore that, realistic to our situation. Because I am a widely traveled person, and I've worked in this space, in both financial space and technology space, across all continents of this world. And I can tell you that if Kenya chose to pick from the shelves of models that were existing before, then I think that we could not have made a major endeavor and the progress that we made here. So let me conclude by saying that the government is very much committed to supporting fintech. We are committed to comprinting, to unlock all the obstacles that are there on the way to growth of fintech. Currently, ICT sector contributes up to 9% of our GDP. By the time we are done with our current administration, we are going to ensure that that contribution rises to 15% of the GDP. We are also working with our capital markets to unlock all the challenges of capital raising with our capital markets. So the next time you hear of a stock market, a complete NASDAQ for fintechs, dedicated for fintechs in Africa, it is going to be in Kenya, so that you can start to integrate fintechs to be able to attract capital using the capital markets. The incentives we are providing through our Concert City, where you can get access to up to 50% of power in Kenya, where you can get the best broadband, the best connectivity. The connectivity you can get in Concert City is as good as the connectivity you can get at the landing point of the submarine fiber in Mombasa, right in the interior of the country. So I hope that the next time I meet all of you physically, we'll meet you at the concert. And I hope that the next time we all meet trying to help our fintechs is when we join Kenya, where the whole of Africa says because Kenya has taken a lead to set up, a digital stock market to assist our fintechs to be able to raise capital so that we can grow together. Thank you, and I wish you very good deliberations. Thank you.